Welcome to the Yukon and North 61. What do you do when you can't find the perfect... I know what perfect gear is. I know exactly what it is I want. I've owned a lot of tents. So I'm really happy with the Janu for October and later when it could snow and it's really bad and you need a piece of survival gear and 7 pounds is not a big deal. But right now I'm looking for something lighter. Everything lighter is either too flimsy, too small, or too burly and too heavy. So I really, Hilleberg, the Rogan, looks pretty good. It's light, but it's so small that two guys like my son and I, who are both in the 210, 220, 230 pound range, we can't sleep in that. So we need something a little bit wider. Then when you get into 3-person tents, they're often too short. So the tent that comes closest is the Portal 3, which they're supposed to be making next summer. So I'll probably buy one. But until then, I got nothing. So what are we going to do when all these 3-man tents that are useful are a little bit too flimsy or too heavy? Well, we're going to burly up our Ghost and see how it works and get by the year and then see if we get some better gear, because I know what perfection looks like and it's not out there yet for our tent for summer mountaineering. So, and summer really here is probably means June, July, August, September. Is that those 4 months? Looking for something that's perfect. It's like 3.5 pounds, 4 pounds tops. That's good for 2 big guys in the mountains. So what are we gonna do? Let's check it out. This ultralight tent is a real concern. I mean, we don't even have that bad of winds and it's almost flattening out. That one pole carries a lot of weight. This tent is a 3-season tent that's designed to stand up in a 5-mile-an-hour wind. But look at the handiwork. I got a little cord over there that I tied to a big rock because that pole is flipping around. Is it going to be a stress concentrator? Break the pole.
I don't think it'll hurt.
Yeah. Well, my boy is an engineer. He think it's a good idea. So, this cloud is no longer made. It's our 3-man tent, which is actually a decent 2-man tent for the backcountry. I didn't like this 7 feet of unsupported pole. It doesn't really clip very well to the fly. So basically you've got 7 feet of pole that is basically unsupported. And when the wind switched and came from the side, this pole was whipping around like crazy. So I just used some water hose, threaded it in there, and put these little pieces on, design those, so that we can put string following the pitch of the roof so the fly will go over. So now instead of 7 feet of unsupported, it's no more than 2.5 feet. So it should be quite a bit stiffer. And if I just push it around, it's not nearly as floppy. It's not perfect because that angle is not 100% supportive, but I think it's much better than it was. So is this now a hurricane-proof tent? No, but I feel a little more confident in it. And that's what I tried to do with the string in the backcountry. I was worried that I was creating stress concentrations. So my hope, this hose goes always between 2 poles, although it's only 1 pole length. So we can still collapse these poles in the same diameter. So hopefully, it's not a super stiff thing, this polyethylene hose, but it's a little bit stiff. So hopefully that'll spread some of the stress between 2 poles and not all on 1 point. So yeah, so hopefully that makes a little bit of a difference. I think it should. I think it should limit how much that pole can bend.